guys. Welcome back again to another episode of At the Heart of the Conversation. What? This is another episode of Hey Charles, did you hear?
I'll be like, nope.
Okay, so yes, this is our second episode of that. And today we are going to be discussing, or should I say, well, hopefully, maybe Sir Charles will give his response to strange events that happened on the set of filming the movie The Passion of the Christ. Now, I know that movie came out like over 20 years ago, but I literally just heard a few days ago about all the different strange things that happened on the set while they were filming it. All the things that Jim Caviezel went through, what he experienced while he was filming that. Uh, there was some things that happened that I'm just like, what? So anyway, there's this gentleman that I follow. His name is Michael Francis, and I'm going to play his video because he's actually reading a particular article in regards to what took place on the set. So, uh huh.
Who's Jim? He said, what's his name? Jim Caviezel?
Jim Caviezel. He's the
Who's that?
He's the actor who played Jesus in the movie The
Oh,
Passion.
I never knew that.
Did
Yeah.
you see the movie?
Yeah, I saw the movie, like, when did it come out?
Like over a little over 20 years ago.
You know what year it came out? I don't.
No, whatever. What are we in 2025?
Yeah,
Maybe it
wait.
was. Uh, no, I don't. All I know it's just like 20. Was it 2020? Maybe no. I think I don't remember.
2020. That was like
No,
5 years ago.
I'm sorry, not 2020. I'm sorry. Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I've seen that movie. I don't. Yeah, I remember when I was watching it. Like, what language they speaking? Like, why they got subtitles?
Aramaic.
Yeah, well, that's why they got subtitles when I first watched it. What is it? I was like, I got a wrong movie.
All right. Oh, see, that's right. How could I forget? It came out on my mom's birthday, February 25th, 2004. I'm sorry.
Oh, so I did see that movie before I came to Salvation.
You did?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
because that was 2006. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
I
So,
did,
oh,
I
wait.
did, I just thought I did see that movie.
Okay, so wait.
Oh,
Before we even get to the video, what did you think of the movie when you saw it before you came to Christ? How did,
I don't know. I didn't have no thought about it. I was just watching it, and it didn't really strike me or impact me any kind of way that I can remember.
No, not even the horrific
No, I
scenes
was just
of.
watching it. I just had a. I think I watched it before I came to Salvation because I don't think it was. Was it afterwards? I can't remember, but I remember when I can't really recall. I just remember watching it, and it was the movie. Only thing I remember was that why is it not in English? That's the only thing I can remember from that movie when I was watching it at the time. Why is it not in English?
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I thought it
Wow.
was a good movie, like the cinematography, like the scenes and everything. That I can remember
Mhm.
watching it, but I can't really recall what I took away from it at the time or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Really? It had no impact on you whatsoever. Didn't
Then I
make
can
you.
remember. Now when I watched it, no, at
Okay.
that time.
I mean, the
So,
scenes didn't bother you or anything like that. I mean, of his crucifixion, of his flogging, it didn't.
no, because I keep thinking I watched it before Salvation, so it didn't have any impact on me. Because
But I
I
mean, there
didn't,
are people.
I wasn't a, yeah, but I guess for myself, like, I can't, I don't remember watching it afterwards. I think it was beforehand. You said 2000.
2004.
I had to watch it before because I didn't watch it. Yeah. It had to have been before.
Hmm.
No, I didn't really. From what I can recall, unless I'm wrong, I don't remember it had any impact when I watched it at the time. I was just looking at it. It's like a movie I see any other movie during that time, like killing or murder or something like that. Um, yeah, I couldn't really. The only thing I said I remember was the speaking a different language. I was like, why they ain't speaking English? That's all I can remember. That's how I brought it. That's all I can remember about it. That's what caught my attention. I was like, I got the wrong movie. I was like trying to click like, did I got they don't speaking in English? Like, what is this? But yeah, that was the only thing I could really say about that movie at the time. Yeah, I didn't watch it afterwards. It's not that I didn't have like I didn't want to watch it. I just never watched it afterwards. Uh, yeah, but you said that guy
Well,
who played
I never
Christ.
watched
What
it
was his
because
ethnicity?
I can't. No,
Was he Jewish or something? The guy who played the role.
what was his?
Yeah,
No, no, Jim
who?
Caviezel.
Yeah,
No,
who?
he's not Jewish. No,
Oh,
he's not Jewish,
I guess that comes to the discussion
and
we
he's
had
Catholic
before.
too. No, he's not
Oh,
Jewish.
okay. I guess it comes to discussion about the appearance of people
Yeah,
you Christ. Here's what I think about it now. Yeah. So if I watch it, when I watch it now,
right.
I can watch it, but then in my mind, I be thinking like, I don't know. Just it'd be like a battle in my mind when I'm watching the movie. Like, okay, So then his mother, and it's kind of was his mother played by that lady that's she's an actress that's been in a couple movies. I have to look at it. I don't know. In any event,
I didn't,
that's
like
what
I
I
said,
say. Yeah.
I didn't watch the movie because
Oh, you never watched it?
I
Oh, okay.
can't,
I got you.
look at crucifixion. I can know. And then
Oh,
to hear and just the little tiny piece that I saw, like, no, I
uh huh.
can't do that. I would have been one of the persons you would have heard that died in the movie theater of a heart attack. Like, no, 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 no.
Oh,
No, I
I
can't
don't.
watch that. Hmm.
Thinking about the crucifixion, I don't think I can't remember any other movies I watched that actually show crucifixion. Well, it probably been some, but that's the form of execution back in the day.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
wasn't exclusively for Christ.
right,
That's how they
right.
crucified people. But I don't remember like I'm trying to figure out what movies I've seen that set around that time where they show crucifixion.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
not
I don't think
really.
I've seen any movie, yeah, like that.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, but.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. And I remember when you mentioned that about, people's perspective of what Jesus looked like. And
Mhm.
I had even watched an interview that this gentleman, I forget what his name is, something Arroyo,
Okay.
he had with Jim Caviezel. And it was just a few months ago. And Jim Caviezel was talking about, everything that he went through, how he
Hmm.
came about playing Jesus, and just some experiences that he had that of course I'm like, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
believe. Okay, but it was it him? I can't remember if it was a gentleman who was interviewing him or if it was someone else that had said, oh yeah, it's amazing how Mel Gibson chose you because you look just like Jesus. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. We don't know what Jesus looks like. And I thought about you.
That'd be
I
kind
thought,
of interesting survey of asking people, randomly people on the street. Like,
yeah.
what you believe in? The person who Jesus Christ, right? The Bible. They're like, yeah. Like, what do you think he looked like? Just a random question. How many people would give the same thought or the same viewpoint or description of him? That'd be kind of curious. I did
Yeah.
remember a guy when I was when I was working in North Carolina at that came to salvation, asking that question. Um, he was white. He told me he thought he was white. I was like, huh? But I asked him, I was like, what do you think? He said he was a white. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of crazy because I don't know if we grew up in church, but he'd been exposed to it growing up, family going to church, whatever. Or
Hmm.
or they was I can't remember if Catholics or Protestant, but he said that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of surprising. Why would he think that? I guess it depends on what you see through imagery, um, so yeah, or depictions maybe that you on your pamphlets or whatever. So,
Right. And I
'cause
guess,
even,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, so because even Jehovah's Witness pamphlet, do they have pictures of Christ? I think they
Um,
do. The
I
Watchtower back.
think they do. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The ones that I've seen, the few that I've seen, yes, they do.
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
And I
okay.
think it's like it's what you've seen growing up. Like you
Yeah.
said, even the movies that we've seen over the years. The depictions that we've always seen what Jesus looked like. He was
Hmm.
always a man of no color.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you want to put it that way. So yeah, so I'm not surprised that people would say, oh, they thought he was white, or I mean, and it's funny because we know that he was of Jewish descent. I don't
Mhm.
think I've ever heard anyone at least say. I've heard a couple of people say, "Well, he was brown because he was Middle Eastern and blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not multiple people. The majority of people always say, "Oh, I think he was white." No, whatever. Okay, so here it is, the
Okay.
Passion of Christ, the Passion of the Christ, and here's Mr. Michael Francis reading this particular article and
Mhm.
sharing the they say the supernatural events that took place on the set of the Passion of the Christ while filming. And so
Okay.
I'll pause the video every now and then just to get your response to see what you think. I mean, I know Mr. Francis has his own response, but
Mhm.
let's see what your response is. Here we
Okay.
go.
It's something like this. Okay, the movie Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson warned actor Jim Caviezel, he played Jesus, great actor, that playing the character of Christ was going to be very difficult, and that if he accepted, he most likely would be marginalized by Hollywood. Now, why is that?
Okay, I wanted to stop it there to
Mhm.
see what you would think about that because he's going to explain, he's going to share why is that? Why would he be marginalized or what they call it, blackballed for playing Jesus? Why would you think he would be marginalized for that?
You talking about the actor?
Yes, like this would end his career because he's going to play Jesus Christ.
I don't know because other people play Jesus Christ in different movies, so I don't know why that would he would have that viewpoint of why be marginalized. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. I don't know who he is, so I don't know if he's acted in other movies before, and this is one of the roles he's taken. So he's kind of afraid or something that if he takes this role, that he won't get any more acting roles.
he's played in other movies. He's a pretty popular actor. He was also on I forgot what the name of the television show was, but he was on a television show for a long time. Jim Caviezel is a pretty popular actor. He's a very, very good actor. And it's not him who felt that way. I think Mel Gibson is the one that told him if
Oh,
he
Mel.
takes this role.
Oh, he thought Mel Gibson said that. I mean, I don't know. I don't. I guess I don't remember what was going on during that time. Also, like Hollywood, whatever, playing Christ and stuff. That was like what 2000. You said three
2004.
or 2004. Like I don't.
2004.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know what's going on. What was the climate during that time during movies and everything? Like what roles people didn't want you to take.
I mean,
I mean, back then, if you took like you probably didn't want to take like a role as a homosexual back then. I'm thinking, if I'm thinking back that far, like, wait a minute, 2004. That
but I
was
mean, there
President.
were other movies made. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, it's a different climate. I don't know, so I don't know why he. I couldn't say.
I guess the whole thing is that even there have been other movies.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh Lord, you're going in and out. I can't hear. I can't hear you.
Anything? No, I was just
You said something. I didn't hear you.
no. No, I was just listening.
No. Oh no, it's because see, it's weird. It's being choppy too with you, so that's why I was like, I wasn't
Oh,
hearing you. I wasn't sure if you were saying something or. Oh no, because I was gonna say that even prior to that movie, I mean, it's not like other movies have never been made of Jesus. There are other movies that were made prior to the Passion of the Christ,
yeah.
about the life of Jesus, and I mean, not that I know those. I mean, I don't know him, but not that I know the other actors. But I'm not sure if anybody else had issues with playing Jesus, with their acting career. And I don't know why Mel Gibson said that to him. I don't know. And I know Mr. Francis is going to make it's a good point, but I guess it just, kind of makes you think about what scripture mentions anyway about, well, what's the scripture? This is like terrible. This is terrible. But I mean, we already know how the world views Christ. We already know how the world feels about him. So I guess it shouldn't be too shocking to hear Mel Gibson say that to Jim Caviezel about him portraying Christ.
Yeah.
If he was portraying maybe some other religious figure, there wouldn't be an issue. But I mean, we know that anytime it comes down to anything that has to do with Jesus, it's always an issue. Always an issue. But okay, I'll go back to Mr. Francis and we'll hear what he has.
Playing Jesus Christ. What's going on in Hollywood? Do you realize all the horrible roles that people play? They play gangsters, mobsters, my former associates, people that kill people. You know, they play prostitutes, they play drug addicts, they play Hitler, they play all the bad people. Why would you be marginalized playing Jesus Christ in Hollywood? What does that tell you about stuff that's going on in Hollywood? That's terrible. Jesus wasn't a bad figure. Jesus was a good man. And if he was a son, to play a role, very interesting.
Of course, I have to interject. Jesus wasn't just a good man. Jesus was God in the flesh. I always had to jump in and say something like that.
I don't know what.
Not saying he doesn't believe that, but I'm just saying.
I don't know if Michael Francis is implying, but you said Mel Gibson said that to the actor. The actor didn't say that himself, right?
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
But if he's the one that was Mel Gibson's own opinion and what he, but I don't know. Anybody asked him why he even thought that? I mean, that's just him. I don't know if anyone else on the set
that's true.
Or the actor thought that, or the actresses or crew. That's something he thought. So I don't know the reason he thought that. You have to ask him. I don't know if they ever asked him that question. So
probably not. I mean, of course, because he doesn't say that here. Because it's true, because it said Mel Gibson warned actor Jim Caviezel that playing the character of Christ was going to be very difficult, and if he accepted, he most likely would be marginalized by Hollywood. Now, there are other videos of people interviewing Mel Gibson as well. I mean, I guess that would have been great to like maybe insert in here to say if he said that in one of the videos, one of the interviews, to see what his response was when someone said, well, why would he be? Let's go back to the video.
Caviezel asked for a day to think about it, and his response to Mel, who was funding and directing the movie himself, was, quote, I think we have to make it, even if it's difficult. And something else Jim said. He said, my initials are JC, Jesus Christ, Jim Caviezel. And I'm 33 years old. Jesus was 33 years old when he was persecuted and died. Coincidence, we're not saying there's any divine intervention there, just happened to be a coincidence. And Jim said, I didn't realize that until now when he was talking to Mel. And then Mel responded, you're really scaring me now. That is a crazy coincidence, I can tell you that. But again, I'm not suggesting divine intervention and Caviezel was, divinely intervened in this and God divinely intervened in Jim playing the role. I think Mel just picked him because he thought he was the right person for the role. Things happen.
So what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
I guess I agree with Michael Francis. He said. 33. I mean, I guess we go back to the age question. It's like 33 in the Bible. I just thought about that.
Does it say 33? It says.
Oh wait, you got.
Does it exactly say?
Oh, let me see something.
Well, while you're looking for that, I do find it it is very interesting though that Jim Caviezel, his initials are JC, and at the time of the recording, he was 33 years old. I find that very interesting. That's that is very interesting.
Oh, okay. I know it's 30. I didn't.
Well, he started
3 point.
his ministry at 30. And
and he
died.
Yeah, so that could be. I mean, but
yeah, so that's
I guess I would.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I guess I mean, I guess I have the same. I wouldn't say anything different than Michael Francis said. I don't have no.
I know that other people will probably be like, yes, it's divine intervention, and his initials is JC and he's 33 and he looks like Jesus, like people would say. So, but yeah, it still is very interesting though that his initials is the same initials as, well, Jesus Christ, and he was the same age. But let's continue on.
During filming, listen to this. Jim Caviezel, who plays the part of Jesus, lost 45 pounds. Okay, that's all right. We see that in movies. People lose weight, they gain weight. He was struck by lightning. He was accidentally struck twice during the scourging scene, leaving a deep 14-inch scar. People, I don't know if you've seen that movie. It is so hard to watch.
Okay, I'm going to stop there for a minute. Now, yeah, I did hear that. Yes, he did. Where is it at? Yeah. Well, the part where he mentioned that of him losing 45 pounds. Now, in the interview that I watched with Jim Caviezel, he did mention that the suit that he had on him, it was a latex suit, with all when he was being crucified and when he was being scourged.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, and then how he explains how he had to take that suit off every day. I was like, well, it would make sense that he lost that much weight. And then also, I saw a little article that said he was fasting and praying for his role to, to portray Christ. So I'm like, well, okay, I could understand the 45 pounds. And also, the struck by lightning, he was struck by lightning twice, he said. And the second time, it was like his hair was lit up. And he said he actually saw himself outside of his body. That's what he said. And the part about he was accidentally struck twice during the scourging scene?
Mm-hmm.
There is like a board that they put there to protect him as they were whipping him.
Yeah.
But he did say yes, not once, but twice. The guy somehow missed and hit him twice and leaving a 14-inch deep scar. He said, I know I was betraying Jesus, but at that time I turned around and I looked like Satan and I had some things to say to the guy. But these are some of the strange things that happened on the set. So I don't know if you have any input into that. Like, what do you think of that? Is that crazy?
I don't know. I mean, you said you got the weight because of the latex suit, and then he got struck by lightning twice. I mean, it could be, but if that's the case, then why did he keep portraying him there? Obviously, he didn't listen.
Well, that's why. See, you would have to watch the interviews with Jim Caviezel because
did he get hit like at the end? At the very end, he got struck, or while he was filming?
No, this he got struck at the part where they were filming. I think the Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, so if that's the case, if he has a view of fear of the Lord and he believed that was somehow related to him filming it, then why did he just stop the film? Why did Mel Gibson stop it? So I don't know. If they felt it was, if they believe it was divine and that's what happened, that's the reason. And then when they stopped the film, obviously it didn't impact it that much. They kept filming it, so I don't. Yeah.
Well, because Jim Caviezel believed that he was supposed to play this part. And that's why I said, even with the interview that I watched, some of the things that he was saying, I was just like, I don't believe that was the Lord. He believes it was, but he believes
that the Lord directed him to play the portrayal of Christ.
Yes, he believed the Lord wanted him to portray.
Listen to that.
Huh?
So if he got struck, so he believed that the lightning strike was from God also?
No, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that's what he said. But just all these strange things happening on the set. I think they're all wondering, is it a curse or was it the enemy trying to do? This is what people are saying. Was it a curse?
I think it did. I guess what is it? Yeah. I mean, if I believe that the Lord told me to portray Christ in the movie, and then I get struck by lightning, then why wouldn't that? Why would I think that was from the Lord also? If I had that viewpoint, then I would have stopped filming it. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe just okay.
Well, like I said, with the interview with Jim Caviezel, he never said that he felt like he was supposed to stop doing anything. You know, he's of course all these things happen, and even more stuff, even worse things that happened which you'll hear that happened to him while he was filming. And so, okay, let me go back.
You know, for us believers also in Christ, we see it. Oh my gosh. I mean, people came out of the theater crying. I had to turn away because any human being should not ever have to go under, you know, such brutal treatment as that. You know, it was just horrible. The cat o' nine tails, his skin was just shredded and ripped apart. And this is true. This really happened. Nobody denies, or people in the know do not deny that Jesus was persecuted in that way. 14-inch scar. He dislocated his shoulder when the cross was dropped into the hole with him on the cross. You know, when the Romans put what a horrible way to die, crucifixion. Absolutely horrible. I can get into all of that on another time. I read about it. It'll turn your stomach. It'll make it.
And of course, I still also have to stop it, you know, for copyright purposes too. I gotta make sure I stop it. But yes, he mentioned that as well. His shoulder was dislocated, and he had to be on that cross for like hours upon hours upon hours with his arms stretched out in excruciating pain. It's like when they dropped.
You talking about the actor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
His shoulder was dislocated when they dropped the cross into like that particular hole that they had there, and his shoulder, and he couldn't do anything because he's up there in excruciating pain. But he even mentioned all that too, about all that pain that he endured and everything he endured. He believed it just helped him to understand a little bit of the suffering of what Christ went through as well. Mm-hmm. So I guess if it was you would have been like, look, I can't film this anymore. My shoulder is dislocated. You would have stopped it, right?
No.
No? You would have kept going?
No. I mean, he chose to portray Christ, and I mean, if the lightning ain't gonna stop him, I don't know what that would stop him. I don't know.
But I mean you.
No, I'm sure they go through that road. They went through it. I mean, yeah. You already did all that filming and stuff, and then I don't know what actors go through, but I'm assuming. I mean, now they have doubles and stuff. But I think they had doubles back then. They had doubles back then, but yeah. I mean, you take on a role, you probably got to sign some agreement, some waiver or something like that. Pretty sure, or your manager or something, you got to sign to say, you know, whatever comes with acting. So yeah, I don't think it's better that I'm gonna stop. It probably been what you call it, penalty or for stopping.
Well, would there be a penalty if you're hurt? How would that be a penalty?
I mean, I don't know. But
I don't. Yeah. Okay, go back to the video.
You're sick. The Romans were brutal. They were absolutely brutal. Crucifixion was horrible. But when they lifted you, after they put you on the cross, they had to lift the cross up and then drop it in a hole so that it would stay up. And obviously they had ropes so that it would stay up. They had to support it. But when they dropped him, because he was actually on the cross, he dislocated his shoulder when the cross was dropped into the hole. He then suffered pneumonia. He suffered hypothermia from being nearly naked with only a loincloth on the cross for endless hours. The crucifixion scene alone took 5 weeks of the 2 months of shooting.